everybody. How are we doing tonight? Lost my mouse. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Hi guys. How are we doing? Hi Beverly. Hi Barbara. Hi Mellow Yellow. Hi Laura. Hi Rachel. 1 in the morning. Wow. That's some dedication. Thank you so much for your support and for being here. Make sure you get some sleep though. I guess it is Saturday night, so maybe a little bit more flexible. Yeah, sorry. I did have to reschedule the live stream from yesterday to today. Just working with the end of the year, really crazy schedule. And my daughter had a dance rehearsal yesterday, but she got sick, so she couldn't even do that. So hopefully she'll be able to make her recital next week. So it's been a little bit crazy, but that's life. So, all right. Hi, Angela. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Tracy. Hello, Dennis. Hi, Terry. So glad that you guys are all here tonight. Okay, so I'm hoping that we can kind of get this project wrapped up tonight. We'll see. I bet we'll get quite a bit of it. So, alrighty. So Rachel, yeah. You have a little one as well. I understand that. Yeah, I've had night owl children as well. It gets a little bit challenging. So, alrighty. So I'll show you guys as we're kind of getting going here today. I did spend a couple hours burning today, and I really wanted to try this pattern from Wood Burning University. It's been a long time since I've created a lighthouse. I think many years since I've done a wood burning of a lighthouse. So I really wanted to try this one, and this is what I came up with. It was kind of a little bit of a rush just because I was trying to get everything else done and dealing with my daughter today. So anyway, 5 by 7 inch plaque. These are those thin basswood pieces that I really like. That I think you can find those on Amazon.com/shop/woodburninguniversity. So these are just such a great size for little projects like this, and I think they're a lot of fun. So anyway, thought I would share that with you guys. There's so many patterns right now on Wood Burning University that I want to try them all. So I'm trying to kind of mix some of those in as I'm working on other big projects. So, all right, you guys are having some buffering. Okay. All righty. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a really fun project. It went together pretty quickly, so that was fun. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, so last weekend we really dove into some of the darker areas in the mountain range, and then some of the mid-tones, and then we flipped the burning, and we were really starting to work on some of the background of some of the sky. So I think I'm going to continue building up. Hi, TH. I'm going to continue building up the sky, I believe, right now, and we'll see what we can do about getting this blocked in. This area over here is so light, there's really not a whole lot to do. So we're going to jump over here. I think I'm going to turn the wood. And we'll just start into it. Alrighty, I think you guys can see okay. Yeah, adjust a tiny bit and then we'll get with it. Okay. So I think I'm gonna continue also working with the shading point for some of this really soft work here. So this is the normal standard shader from Walnut Hollow. So I've started a challenge for myself to help kind of kick off the YouTube channel, which was Minisa Pyrography, and I'm rebranding everything over to Wood Burning University. And we just hit 20,000 subscribers. So excited for that. It's taken a while. Of course, I've not really been on YouTube a whole lot over the years. Just kind of really sporadic YouTube content. But my goal this year is to really kind of build that up and continue, you know, trying to get more people to know about wood burning. And I think that that helps all of you guys as well. The more people that know about wood burning and what it is, I think that really helps all of you guys. Sorry about the buffering. Not sure what's going on. We have nice weather, so that's good. Anyway, my big challenge that I'm doing right now is I have no experience in YouTube Shorts. So I am trying to produce 30 shorts in 30 days. And so far I am on track. I've made at least and posted at least one YouTube short per day for the last several days. So if you see those shorts, I'd love your feedback. You can go to Wood Burning University and then click on shorts, and I think you can pull those up or just search for them. But bear with me as I'm trying to figure out how to make the shorts and what software to use and how to add the music clips and all this. So some of them I think are really good and some of them are not so good. But you're welcome to go check out the good, the bad, and the ugly YouTube shorts. And let me know what you think. I've had some good feedback as far as music and different elements that I'm trying to incorporate. Just trying to figure this cat out. So thanks to everybody for their patience if you see these crazy YouTube shorts each day. So, although I do have a really good one for tomorrow, so you might jump on. Hopefully I'll have it done tonight so I can post it tomorrow. And it's amazing. You get a really big surge of views with the YouTube shorts, and then it just like stops. It just levels off, and it's a really slow incline. But I think the first short that I posted, I couldn't believe it because I got, I think in the first 30 minutes, almost 700 views, which is pretty crazy. That's more than double my weekly views on some of my other videos in 30 minutes. And so it went way up top, and then it kind of leveled off. So I think that first short is about 1,000 views right now. Anyway, I think it's kind of fascinating and fun. So some of you guys have seen it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm really all over the board here as far as style and technique and using my voice, using text over, using robot voiceover, you know, trying to see what is popular and what people like. So hopefully by the end of the 30 days, I'll be a lot better at posting quality videos, long form, and shorts. So where are we? Rachel, yes, you're very welcome. I'm kind of hit and miss on Messenger and getting back with people, so I just happened to be on that day, and I'm so glad that I was able to contact you, because I only check Messenger like maybe once a week or so. So another thing I'm trying to do better on is responding back to people. I get a lot of distractions throughout the day and tend to forget, and that's not good, and I'm trying to do better on that as well. So, but you're very welcome, Rachel, and So glad to connect with you, and thank you for your support. Yes, TH and everybody, thanks on the 20,000. The 20,000 subscribers. It's really cool. I got a ways to go, but that was a really big milestone, so very happy on that. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed yet, please consider doing so, because the biggest reason is when I post or schedule live feeds like this, you'll know. So if you subscribe, and then you have to hit the bell button too. So then you'll get notifications. So when I do post a new video or plan to go live with a video, you'll know. So if there's a schedule change, that's a great way to kind of stay up on that. Okay, so just a lot of smooth back and forth motions here. I do see that we're not quite dark enough yet, so I'm going to try to kind of push these values a little bit more just by moving the burner a little bit more slowly. Okay, so you guys like the shorts? Okay, that's awesome. Thanks. But yeah, that's why everything is really all over the board right now as far as the shorts. Is I'm just trying to figure this out. So like I said, hopefully after the 30 days, I will be much better at giving you guys good quality content. I'm also taking advice from my 8-year-old on how to build shorts. So we'll see how some of those do. They were a little bit quick and don't really give much information, but she thought they were pretty cool. So I'll keep fine-tuning that. Also, if you didn't see it, we had a Q&A session this Wednesday. It was our first Q&A episode that I'm going to be doing weekly on Wednesdays to kind of touch briefly on a subject that you might want just some quick information on instead of sitting through a 2-hour live stream, which we talk about all kinds of stuff, and that's a lot of fun. But if you're looking for something kind of short and specific, the Q&A episodes are generally, I try to shoot for about 30 minutes. And I tell you what, that's the fastest 30 minutes I think I've ever had, because trying to convey a singular topic in that amount of time was a challenge for sure. It was a bit of a whirlwind. We talked about how to achieve smooth shading with wood burning. So that is up on YouTube, and it'll be up on YouTube. So hopefully we'll build a nice inventory of Q&A questions for everybody. I don't know what the topic is going to be next week for the Q&A, but as soon as I get that laid out and lined out, I will post that and let you all know. Hi, Jeff. Rachel, yes, I'm so glad that you're on Patreon now. Wow, you've watched nearly all the videos. Holy cow. You've been on a marathon. Because this is live stream number 50, the big 50. So that means there is 100 hours, more than 100 hours of, 100 hours of live stream footage going to be on Patreon. That's amazing, Rachel. That's amazing. Congratulations, because there's also some full-length tutorials at the beginning of my Patreon feed too. So yeah, there's a lot of content. I bet there's probably 150 hours or more on there. So I hope all that Patreon footage has helped, because there's a lot there. There's a lot to digest, a lot of projects. And all those Patreon projects also have patterns. So you get the pattern and the reference photo as well. So if you're not on Patreon, definitely consider it, because there's a big library on Patreon of information and patterns. Angela. Yeah, Lexi, she's really helping me out. She's like, okay, you gotta like zoom in and zoom out and do these transitions. And it's frustrating to figure out the new platform because I'm not a YouTube Shorts person. I like don't watch them. But the kids, they like them. And once I've seen a few of them, they can be pretty cool. A lot of it is just kind of like junk, which is pretty sad. So I'm going to try to put out better short content. Improve the YouTube short world. One video at a time. Okay, thanks, Lisa. Dennis is asking, do you sell your patterns on Amazon? Not yet. No, I don't. That would be interesting, though. Or should I just go to your website? Yes, if you want patterns, go to the website, woodburninguniversity.com patterns page. There's, I forget now how many patterns there are. There's a lot of patterns. There were 40, and then I've been adding more each week. So I bet there's over 60 patterns on there right now, and the patterns are based on skill level, so you can kind of search through. But don't let some of those intermediate patterns kind of fool you, because some of them I've tried and it's like, well, maybe I should change these. They're a little bit more advanced. But anyway, I had to kind of like pick and choose what level to place those patterns, and I based it off of a few different parameters, you know, as far as the amount of negative space, the intricacy of the project, and that sort of thing. So they may not be perfectly categorized, but I did try my best. So Dennis, what's the name of the book? I have 2 books out. I have, oh, come on. So I have Wood Burning Projects and Patterns for Beginners. This was actually my second book that I wrote, and it is made by Fox Chapel Publishing. Very great people to work with there. So Wood Burning Projects and Patterns for Beginners has a lot more beginner-based topics. And how many patterns or projects do we have? There's 17 beginner-friendly projects. They're also kind of categorized by beginner, intermediate, advanced sort of thing, but they're all for beginners. And then I have my realistic wood-burning wildlife one that's hiding. Hold on. Okay. Oh. So this is my first book that I wrote, Wood Burning Realistic Animals. So this is definitely geared towards more realism, probably more advanced. But there is so much good information in this, in the beginning sections, as far as wood type and tools, materials, supplies, and all that, that I would strongly recommend that you get this book, even if you're not, you know, quite advanced yet, because of the wealth of information in the beginning sections. It's so funny because I keep this, I have one way over on my desk over there, but I keep this on my desk all the time, and I reference through it quite a bit. So I have a kind of a gallery section in there, talking about tools and supplies, a great section on tips on how to use different points, both for the walnut hollow and the razor tip. So a lot of great information, working from photographs and all that. So if you're looking for a quality reference, I strongly recommend both of my books. Not because I wrote them, but because there's a lot of good stuff in here. So Dennis, I hope that helps answer your question. You can get autographed copies of the book, both books, if you order through woodburninguniversity.com or minisapyrography.com. Every order of book that comes through, I sign the inside of them for you. And if you order on Amazon, that's fine too, but you don't get the autograph inside if that's something that you want. So, okay, Beverly, you saw the Q&A. Awesome. Great. Tracy, you like the Q&A? Very good. TH says Patreon helps a lot. Lovely. TH, yeah, the shorts, I'm really hoping are going to bring more people to my page. That's how you subscribe to other channels. Awesome. Very good. Yep. Mellow Yellow, I agree. Okay, Lisa, you got some patterns. I saw that. Thank you so much for your order. That made my day. I just love it. I can't wait to see what you create. Angela, you've not made any videos. Oh, I tell you what, they are so tedious, but I'm starting to get a little bit faster with the videos, which is definitely helpful. All right, Clackers Clark. So glad to see you here. Rachel, you like the Tiger Project. Awesome. Yeah, for copyright purposes, go ahead and purchase that photo. It's only $5. I've had a lot of people that have come through and got that project, and it is so fun. Alrighty. Hi, Will. So, Angela, you have the Realistic Animals book when you first started. Awesome. Yeah. That, you know, I wrote it a few years ago, that book. Oh, that's not the one I want. I grabbed the wrong burner, guys. That was close. Okay. I'm a little distracted. Alrighty, so I'm gonna try to bump these values a little bit more, and then we're gonna move on. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys that are here on the live streams. The beginners, the new people, the tried and true people that have been here the last year every Friday night. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you, because if it weren't for you guys, these wouldn't happen. It's so nice to see you guys, see your names and little pictures pop up on the screen and get a chance to say hi to you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and hanging in for a full year of live streams. I've really enjoyed it. It's definitely has its set of challenges that we've experienced with power outages and internet updates and buffering and cats and dogs and bears and everything. So I really, really, really appreciate everybody, and thank you once again. And here's to another year. Hopefully we'll just keep this up, because I really enjoy it, and it helps me, I think, to become a better teacher as well. I hope. Okay, Dennis, very cool. Yeah, either website, either minisapyrography.com or woodburninguniversity.com, and you can get the books from both of those. But if you want patterns, jump over to Wood Burning University, and then you can lump together if you want books and patterns. It all goes the same place. So, Tracy, you like the first book too? Awesome. Jeff is asking, can you use your patterns for selling without copyright? Yes, that is one of my biggest reasons for creating a pattern library for wood burning artists. So on Wood Burning University, everything there, all of those patterns are available in the pattern section for you guys to use and create copyright free, and you can sell your artwork when you're done. Don't sell the pattern, please, because it took me a while to make those. But you're welcome to sell your artwork. And I think that was something that was really missing in today's market. Also, the projects and patterns from my books, yes, you are allowed to create those and sell those as well. A lot of books on the market do not let you sell your artwork, and I didn't like that. And I actually talked with Fox Chapel Publishing and got permission from them. Since they're my patterns, you guys, yes, are able to sell your artwork based on the patterns that I create. Anything like a tutorial, yeah, I can't think of anything that I've made for you guys that you can't sell your finished artwork. So that's just really, really important to me, because I mean, yeah, you can create artwork and then like give it away, and that's pretty cool too. But I think a lot of us like to be able to sell our artwork if we want. So, and that's why I do charge for the patterns on Wood Burning University, is because I think the value for you guys is there, and it takes me a long time to create these patterns and post them up for everybody. So, and I thought a lot about the pricing on the patterns from Wood Burning University, and I tried to make it as low as possible for you guys, but also kind of they're priced based on skill level too, because generally the more simple subjects tend to sell for a little bit less than the more advanced subjects. So that was kind of like to kind of balance things out. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so Jeff, I hope that answers your question. Yes, you can sell your projects. Terry, you're moving. Oh, wow. Yeah, moving is so difficult. I hope that your move goes well. Laura, you love Friday nights. I do too. We're a day late this week, but that's what we are. Thanks, TH. Thanks, Mellow Yellow. Rich, yes, the Wood Burning Summit has been canceled. Woodburn Corner has been putting on a summit, which is fantastic. A lot of great speakers, a lot of great information. I do not know why they had to cancel, but I know that decision was not made lightly, and I pray that they are able to make another one or create something similar and kind of get back on their feet with that. I know last year was a whirlwind of a summit, and so fantastic. A lot of great information. I learned a lot. I wanted to kind of challenge myself and really branch out and do some other projects, and it was just fantastic. So because they had to cancel this year's summit, I do believe they are offering like a 50% discount sale on last year's summit, which you should totally get if you don't have that footage. It's a week of business seminars and wood burning classes, and it's just so great information. So don't forget to check out, go to woodburncorner.com and look at their summit feed, and you'll find it there. It's really consider supporting them in this time and see if that might be in your budget to get that full week of footage 50% off, which is really, really cool. Terry, I love the Friday nights too. TH, Minisa Squad, you guys rock. You're just awesome. Thank you, Barbara. I really appreciate that you guys are all here, and that I'm so glad that the information that I'm putting out is helpful. Thanks, Beverly. Lost everything. Oh, TH, yeah. Copyright stuff is not to play around with. Don't wood burn anything from Disney. They'll come and take all your stuff. They're pretty nasty. I hope I don't get banned on here for saying that, but anyway, don't reproduce Disney stuff. Anything owned by Disney, not good. Okay, are you guys still having some buffering? Sorry about that. Yeah, darn it. Watch the replay. Sorry about the buffering. Okay. Okay. Yeah. If there's buffering, please just jump back on and watch it afterwards. So Clackers Clark, you have started this project and you're working on the water. That's great. Very good. Yes, Mellow Yellow, I hope that everybody at the summit is... I did ask them and they said that they and their families are all okay, and that's all I know. So very glad that they are okay. And I know that they've put a lot of time and effort into all of these things, all of the summits. Well, there was one summit and then one masterclass event. Woodburn Sessions it was. Yeah. So I'm kind of jumping around here just to see, to kind of work on areas that are suited to my hand motion. And we have a lot of these horizontal stripes that are now vertical. And I am going to kind of work on those right now. Now, keep in mind that I feel that this wood burning is still kind of in its rough draft stages, and that I would want to basically go over everything and reburn everything again. I'm not going to do that on our Friday night live streams because it's quite tedious. I could probably like pre-record something and just post it if you guys would like to see that, and then you can kind of skip forward and bounce around. But usually once I burn a project, I always go back over and reburn pretty much everything and just adjust the values. Push the darks a little bit darker. Blend things, smooth them out a little bit. And that can take hours. So if you want, I can just pre-record that and post it, and then you can kind of skim and skip and see what I do and how I do it for the final. Let me know if that is something that you would like, and then I'll just turn on the camera and keep everything going. Rich, you want to order a Wood Burning University mug? I think it's in the store. On Wood Burning University. I don't think it's, it might be hard to find. Let me see what I can do. I want a Wood Burning University mug too, Rich. I have not gotten one yet. It's on my list, and it's like every time I go to pull that up and order one, something gets in the way. So I will put that on my list. I have so many lists. And I haven't seen Mina here yet tonight. Everybody say, hi, Mina. Mina, I hope, is having a great time with family. And we miss Mina. So everybody say, hi. Hi, Mina. And that we miss you and we look forward to when you get back. But she did take some notes down for me last week, and that was a big help. And I tell you what, guys, I have so many irons in the fire and projects going on and trying to get the kids to finish up school. It's crazy. May is always a weird month. And we saw bear tracks. Our first bear sign sighting was about a week ago. So the bears are awake. And they are here. But we haven't seen them yet. As long as they behave themselves, that's fine. But when they try to attack my cat and dog, then I'm not very nice. And I have to chase them down. So, like I chased This one that was trying to kill our critters, I actually had to chase the bear in the rain with a shotgun. Disclaimer, I had non-lethal rounds, so it was just like, not like paintballs, but just little tiny pellets that just is supposed to sting and not kill them. We got them from our local wildlife service, and they said use these. And so I did, and I had to run out in the rain with a shotgun loaded with these non-lethal little pellet thingies, and I shot the bear in the face because it was trying to kill our cat and dog. And anyway, crazy side story there. But the bear never came back and didn't bother us again. It moved over to the neighbor's place and started bothering them. So, wild adventures at 9,000 feet. I am sorry, Beverly. Thank you for telling me my picture's in the way. All right, I'm telling stories and not focused. My apologies. Okay. So Lisa, you're burning while you listen. Awesome. Cool. Yep, summit and copyright. All very good. Okay, so Clackers Clark, you would like to see the adjusting and final stages. Okay, that sounds great. Sorry that my picture was in the way. Thank you for telling me. And let's see what else we can do here. So yeah, my kids were watching out the window as I was running after this bear. They thought it was pretty cool, but I don't know. It was crazy. But I didn't want that bear to come back and hurt my kids or my pets. And that bear broke into other cabins all over the mountainside. This one person woke up and that bear was in their house. And scared the daylights out of them. So I'm glad the bear went away. Okay. So, all right, I see there's like a lot of a buffering here, so I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Okay, so you guys do want to see a video of the finishing. Okay, cool. I will post that ahead of time, and I won't do that on the live stream. I'll probably still talk and teach and all that, and so we'll kind of jump forward onto our next project. Because that can be a very time-consuming and tedious process. I can't see. Okay. So some of these are really light in here. These light sky cloudy areas here are quite light. So I'm just blowing on the point a little bit to kind of cool it down so we can touch on those lighter values. Rich, has spring arrived at 9,000 feet? Mostly. We have a few patches of mud, and then we have a few areas that are still like 7 feet of snow. And then on general, most of the snow level is between probably 1 foot to 18 inches. Anything facing south is pretty much mud. Anything where we've blown snow is still like 6+ feet of snow. So it's really kind of crazy. Tracy, yeah, no, it's, thanks guys. The bear situation, we have bear season up here and it's crazy. And, I would rather deal with a bear than like a bad person, you know, like a mugger or anything like that, somebody that's not very nice. Because with a bear, you know you're dealing with a bear. People kind of scare me more than bears. So that's not the only bear I've had to chase away. There's been several. So that's the only one that I went after with a shotgun. So that was crazy. But we have to run bears off in the springtime quite often. 2 years ago, we saw like 9 different bears in 7 days. A lot of bears. So, good question, Jeff. This is a wrist rest for when you're using a mouse pad. If you want one of these, I found them and they are on my Amazon store. Amazon.com/shop/woodburning university. And I think some of you guys ordered these. Have you got them yet? Do you like them? I have got to get a new one because this one is about ready to fall apart. But I use it to prop up my hand in order to get my hand in a better position for the using the shading point. So Tracy, you want to see the finished project too? Okay, cool. So Barbara says maybe just hold up a finished project at the end of the Q&A. That's a good thought too. Oh, Rachel, very good. I'm glad that everything is clearing up. You know, it's just the nature of the live stream. It's frustrating, but I really don't have any control over the buffering. We have Starlink, which is awesome, and there's no way that I could do these live streams without Starlink. We had very bad internet before, so I don't know what they're doing in space, but I'm glad it's better. So I'm just kind of bouncing around here and trying to get in some more shading. You can see I'm making sure that this section here is a little bit lighter than this one because of the angle of the light. And, oh, Rachel, it's buffering again. I'm sorry. Okay, and I do tend to work a little bit, I think, fast on the live streams and maybe rush, but I will post a finishing video and we'll just kind of go over all of this really slowly for those of you that want a little bit more information. Tracy, yeah, the snow has actually been melting at a phenomenal rate. We've had 50, 60 degree weather, and we have found so many things emerging from the backyard. Not all of them survived, though. If you saw on Facebook, I posted a photo last fall of our picnic table disappearing under the snow. It was a glass table, and it shattered under the weight of, it was probably under about 4 feet of snow, and the metal frame got bent and it shattered the glass. So our table did not survive. A lot of things didn't survive. My family has a very large metal building that's within a couple miles of here, and it got crushed this winter as well. So everything inside was okay, but it's going to be a lot of work to kind of take care of it. there was a really big dozer inside and in the middle, and when the building collapsed, it basically came to rest on the dozer frame and prevented everything else from getting destroyed. So very tough winter, and the worst winter in, like, I think they said 30 years. Okay, so let's see what we can do next, guys. Tracy, yeah, give me a bear any day. I really am leery of people. I think people are more scary than bears. Most of the time you see a bear and you make a loud noise and they run away. So, hey, I like our clouds. It's looking really good. Yeah, Barbara, you as well. A bear is a bear. You know what you're dealing with when you see a bear. Humans are unpredictable. So, Lisa, you got one of these and you like it? That's awesome. Clackers Clark. As a contributor to Pyrography Magazine, do you have any inside information about a next edition? I don't. They kind of usually reach out to me if they want information. So I don't know. Usually they try to do one like once a year, but it's been a really weird couple years with the pandemic and all that, and COVID, and it's just been a little bit weird. So I don't know when their next one is. I hope it's coming up soon because that's always a lot of fun. I still have some of the back issues that I need to send out to people. All right, so let's try to get some atmosphere over here. Right there, let's do that. All right, sorry for the buffering, guys. Hopefully it'll all work out here. Okay, so some of these little misty tree sections in here, let's go ahead and work on. We're going to make sure that we use a really soft approach and rock that point down. Find whatever tool that you like to create a really soft soft edge with. Nothing that's going to like cut or ding the wood. Anything really sharp is not very good on this part. Okay, and then we're going to also pull some of this atmospheric stuff down. It looks like there's a cloud kind of in between the trees here. Thanks, TH. Alrighty, so let's kind of knock down some of the harshness on that cloud. And we're going to soften that edge a little bit. And we're going to clarify some of these edges over here as well. Thanks, Terry. So just very lightly, we're going to kind of accentuate and clean up some of these edges on this side of the cloud. create kind of a defined edge. Whereas on this side, we're going to kind of blend it a little bit more. So Terry, you got the wrist rest. Awesome. Very good. You haven't used it yet. Nice. That's okay. Yeah, it's, I think, very helpful for the wrist fatigue and just getting your hand into that right position. So a lot of times when I'm softening the edges of clouds, I will take kind of a semicircle approach and kind of pull down like this. Pull down or push up. I know it's kind of hard to see. Hi Deb. Thanks. Let's try to, no worries on being late. We're glad that you're here tonight. So, but I'm going to go slower here, and we're going to kind of pull downward like that and create that rounded soft edge. Or we can do the same thing and go upwards and kind of flick upwards or downwards. So those are kind of the strokes that I'm trying right now for blending the edges of the soft cloud. And I know sometimes I do it a little bit more quickly, but pull, 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 kind of like that. And then you can push upwards and then go back and forth. So anything to kind of just soften that edge just a little bit. It definitely needs some more fine tuning, and we need some lighter values in there, but I might leave that for the finishing video. All right, but we're getting pretty close. Where are we? Yeah, I probably ought to keep moving forward. So we never finished this tree here. We're going to burn a little bit of a gradient across the tree. And go from dark on the left to a little bit lighter on the right. Oh, TH has a great point that if you have buffering, make sure that the red line on like the status feed, on like the progression feed, that red line at the bottom of the video is caught up with the live. The buffering will cause a delay. So yeah, grab that little red thing, that red slider at the bottom, and make sure it's all the way onto the live section. Thanks, TH. That's a great point. And I did get your email. I will get back with you probably tonight on that. I got a little bit distracted with everything. I've been back and forth to town to pick up my daughter every day this week. So I've not had a lot of time at home, and I'm trying to juggle things. But I will get back with your email. Thank you very much for sending that. Okay, so I have another little tree back here. Okay. All right, let's take a look of the big picture here and see where we should go next, guys. Okay, So as far as to kind of finish up some areas, let's add a little bit of shading up here. Some real light shading. To kind of fill in the shadow side of the mountain. All right, that helps. Let's see what else we have. All right, guys, let's really try to finish this mountain. So we also have some more shadow, some light shadows kind of right in here. Okay, so we're kind of working in this little pod right here. Let's see what we can do as far as some nice soft blending down below. Okay, I'm going to add another layer in here, and I'm going to go a little bit at a different angle. Rich, you're having cereal. That's great. I used to live off cereal in my publishing days. Just had too much to do to make dinner, or much of anything else. Lisa is asking, can we share pics with you on Wood Burning University that are not the patterns that you have? I've gone back and forth on this, and I think I would like to offer both. I don't know if I should like make a separate gallery, or I don't know. But I want to promote your guys' artwork as much as I can. So go ahead and send it to me. I know I had someone else send something that was not a pattern from Wood Burning University, and I didn't post it. But I want to share your guys' artwork a little bit more. So go ahead and send it, and let me see about what I can do as far as maybe even making a secondary gallery or something. But go ahead and send it to me, and we'll kind of take a look at that. Rich, that sounds great. Thanks, TH. Yeah, I need about 5 more of me. I mean, the house is a disaster. I've really been pouring everything into getting the kids finished up on school and the new Wood Burning University venture. So kudos to my husband for being patient on a disaster house, because It's like every time I wake up, there's 90 fires, and I can only take care of maybe 4. Anyway, here we go. Keep trying. Barbara, you're so funny. Artist mom, snow conqueror, bear wrangler. I haven't had to wrestle a bear yet, but as long as they have something that makes a lot of noise, the bears and I seem to be on okay terms. They stay away, and all is well. So, at this time of the year, if I hear any weird noises in the house, I'm like, I gotta leave. I gotta run away really quick and make sure, because I hear, weird noises. We've had bears pushing in on the windows, and it sounds like wind, but there's no wind, and we look outside and there's bears. There's a bear pushing on the glass. We were watching a movie one night, and from like me to here was the window, and I heard something weird, and there was a bear looking in the window on that one. So as long as I don't hear any weird noises, I won't have to run away. But if I do, that's definitely why this time of year. We didn't have many bears last year, which was really kind of a nice break, because the previous year was bad. It was really bad. So just kind of working up in the mountain range here. I kind of get lost in the details, and it's a lot of fun, and just kind of going with the flow. Jeff, you're a beginning wood burner. Awesome. Yeah, you can improve your skills. I keep on my desk. This was my first basically realistic wood burning that I made. I chopped this tree down in a rainstorm because I had to get something for somebody else for firewood and all that. I thought, well, maybe I could do something with this. So this was my very first ever wood burning of a realistic nature. I made a wood burning of a cross on something similar like this, and that's what I actually tried to carve it, and it was horrible, so I tried to burn over it to make it better. That's how I found pyrography, was wood burning on these little pieces of aspen. So this is how I started, and just keep practicing, keep trying to challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to try new things. I have tackled bigger and bigger projects just to see if I could do them. I had no confidence going into them for like years that I could make it work and that it would actually turn out. So keep at it. Jeff, I know you're going to do a great job. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the learning experience along the way, because it's all fun. I enjoyed it when I first began burning, and I enjoy it now. So I don't know if we've talked about the ugly duckling stage in a while, but Jeff, this is something that is important, especially as a beginner, and even later on with more advanced people. Doesn't matter what you create, what medium, painting, wood burning, whatever, you are going to go through an ugly duckling stage where you've put in a significant amount of time into a project and it's not looking the way you want, and you get frustrated and you want to quit. I have done this over and over and over. The most important thing to know about the ugly duckling stage is it's just a stage. Don't let it buffalo you. Don't let it fool you. Push past it and keep working on your project. Even if you think, this is going to be horrible, it's not going to turn out right, this is going to suck totally. Keep at it. You will learn so much more about yourself and about wood burning if you push past that stage where you want to quit. Now, I don't mean burn until you drop. I mean, take a break, let it set for a day or whatever time you need, but know that It's just a stage. Most artwork in its beginning stages looks very, very ugly. And it's not done yet. So just keep working, keep pushing, add more, spend more time with it, and push through that stage. And you will learn so much more. So I hope that helps. But definitely be aware for the ugly duckling stage. So Lisa, you've learned a lot. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Barbara is saying a secondary gallery would be great. It'd be nice to see what everyone is doing. I agree. Yeah, I want to promote everybody's art out there. So I might just make maybe a second page or something to get that gallery kind of up and going. I really love seeing everybody's projects. I think the Mushroom Village might be one of the favorite subjects so far that I've seen. A lot of people have recreated the Mushroom Village. That was one of my favorites too. Oh, and I added color to it. I knew that when I created the wood burning village, I had to add color. If I can get the... Okay, so here's the wood burning, or the mushroom village with color. I did make a little tiny short video out of this and posted it on my YouTube Shorts page. I think I picked the wrong music. I went with like kind of a jazzy rock and roll thing. Anyway, most people when they get to the rock and roll music, they turn it off, but that's okay. So anyway, here's this. I've wanted to add color to this for so long. So there's been a lot of people that have created this one. Very exciting. I love seeing it. I've seen welcome home signs and all kinds of things. So lots and lots of fun on that one. And this is another reason why I love adding color to cherry, because it just really makes everything pop. And even if you clear coat over this, if you want to do that, those colors will really pull forward, and it's very exciting, very fun. Great, guys. Tracy, you say, I have now moved to doing pictures. I mostly have done sayings. Awesome. Very great. Okay, so I think let's really focus on the mountain tonight and see if we can kind of finish that up. So real light values in here for the light area in the it's snowy and it's white, but it's in the shadows, so we need to add a little bit more darker value to it. And you can see that I'm trying to follow the landscape, the topography of the mountain. It wouldn't do me very well to do an up and down shading in this area that has a curved natural feel to it. So make sure that whenever you burn anything, try to match your strokes to the subject. If you're burning upright grass, try to maintain upward strokes. If you're burning horizontal water, try to maintain horizontal strokes. So don't forget to kind of be receptive to your subject. And if you could reach out and touch it, which way would it flow and what its texture is, and then try to replicate that on the wood burning. Lisa, yeah, you've definitely seen the ugly duckling stage. I think every artist goes through that. I know I've been burning live in front of you guys for like a year, and I hear this little voice in the back of my head that it's like, oh no, what did I get myself into? This is not going to turn out I'm going to be burning live in front of everybody, and this project is going to tank. It's going to be awful. And so I have those thoughts definitely in the back of my head, and it's easy to get kind of caught up into that negative kind of thought pattern and just get discouraged and quit. I've done that a lot with art, not so much wood burning, but with painting and anything with color I really struggle with. And you know, I have so many projects that are half started. And another thing I've noticed is when I try to go into a new art form of painting or anything like that, I'm not very patient with myself. I only give myself like, okay, 30 minutes, that's all you get. And if it looks like crap at the end of 30 minutes, I kind of just quit and I give up. And I know that, you know, with my experience of wood burning, 30 minutes, I mean, you're just like barely getting started. I've transferred patterns onto a piece of wood that's taken me 6 hours just to transfer the pattern. It was a 2 foot by 3 foot, huge project that is still sitting in my closet, finished because everything fell through with the client. But 6 hours just to transfer on the image, and then another 125 hours to burn it. And a good lesson learned on that one, but I only give myself just like a little bit of time to figure out painting, which is so funny because I always tell other people, you know, not to give up. So, but with wood burning, I know the amount of time that it takes, and I guess I'm just more patient with myself because I know that if I just hang in there with it, it'll work out, because all I have to do is values and texture. That's it. And I find wood burning to be quite simple. It might not always be easy, but I find it to be more simple than painting, because painting you have value and texture, and then you've got color in there too, and I really struggle with color, so color theory and all that is a little bit beyond me, but texture and value I can pretty well nail. So I just know that just give me enough time with this and eventually it'll hopefully turn out. Painting? No. I have painted and repainted paintings so much you could swear they're Van Goghs, because the paint is pretty gnarly. Oh, you guys like the color version? Awesome. Thanks, guys. You saw the short. Yeah, you can mute the sound if you want. It was a little bit too fancy music, I think. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Tracy, I wanted something pretty simple with the mushroom. The colors, I wanted white and red for the mushrooms, and then just green. That's really all I did. I mean, you could go crazy psychedelic with the colors, and I think that'd be really fun to see. But I wanted, you know, just kind of something simple, red, green, and white. Thanks, Laura. Rachel, you almost quit when you started your rose. You did the leaves first, and because they didn't look how you wanted, you stopped. And it got put in the cupboard for ages, and then thought you needed to finish it. Now you love it. That's awesome. That is so totally the ugly duckling stage. You just have to push through it, and sometimes it sucks. It is not fun, especially with bigger projects. I have some that, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours in this project, and it's like, I just want it to be over with. But you got to keep going, and it's like, I know I'm only like halfway through, and so it's daunting. Sometimes it's very daunting. That's why a lot of times some of the bigger projects that I create, I dive into them and I work like heck, and I get like 20 hours into it. It's like, ugh. And I have to set it to the side and just work on something small and quick, like these little guys right here. These little 5x7s, I love them. I can make them pretty darn quick, and there's enough room for nice detail and texture. And then I do a few of those and I'm bored, and then I go back to my big projects. So, hi Cheryl. Yeah, we had a schedule change on the live. Tonight and next week will be Saturday nights instead of Friday nights. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, that Mushroom Village was a lot of fun. Yeah, TH, hang in there. Try not to get discouraged. Rich, what colors did I use for the Mushroom Village? I used white and my favorite color, but it's so bad. Crimson red. There's something with the pigment that I got. I can't sharpen this in the sharpener, and every time I do, it busts off, it breaks off down inside. So I had to shave this one with like a knife to get a semi-solid point. So this crimson red was for the mushroom tops, and then the green, the bright green was chartreuse, and then I think I had an olive green in there. That's bronze. I think I had olive green, and then I don't remember. Kind of a darker green. I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look. Anyway, sorry, I already put them back in my jar, so I'm not sure. Now, one thing that I have found that is absolutely fantastic is this colorless blender, because you might notice little quick color issue here, color tutorial, that if you take, where's that pretty red, and I'm going to zoom way in. This made my colored pencil so nice. So we'll come over here. Now you guys can see the wood grain pattern in here. So see that stripy stuff right in there? It makes your color look pretty yucky. So take this colorless blender. I think you have to buy it separately from Prismacolor. But as you can see here, there's no color to it. But look at this. Look how it just blends everything and fills in the wood texture. I hadn't used this on wood up until the mushroom project. I'm like, oh, that's why I featured it in the short. Because I thought, this is so cool. Look at that. It's beautiful, and it's all nice and blended and smooth, and you don't have any of that wood grain. So definitely for wood, I love this thing. Yeah, the communication this past week has not been the best, and I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Terry, I followed my dad. He's an oil artist, and his colors are awesome and fantastic and beautiful. And I'm really good at replicating his artwork. Like I could be like a little fraudulent copy person. What is that? But as far as to create my own stuff, it's difficult. I used to copy my dad's paintings when I was learning in high school. They turned out pretty good, but I do much better with texture and value. Rich, for large commission projects, do you ask for a deposit before you begin? I do now, yes. I have been burned a few times. And it's usually like close acquaintances or people that like are really close to you. You tend to get burned on a little bit more, which is sad. But no, I do require like at least a 50% upfront deposit before I start the burning. You know, as long as they approve of the composition and everything, I usually get a 50% upfront thing. But that really big one, that 2 foot by 3 foot, I did not do that. It was supposed to be a trade anyway for a promotional thing. It was supposed to be for a TV show, and everything fell through. So, still one heck of a good wood burning, if I might say so. 2 foot by 3 foot piece of wood. The piece of wood alone was like $65. Anyway. It's holding down the carpet in the closet right now. I'll have to show you guys sometime though. Two foot by 3 foot, you can get a lot of information on there. So it was very highly detailed. 3 portraits that were very complicated. Alrighty. And don't get me wrong, I wish the people that that were involved with that project, I wish them all the best. And I hope that they do continue to go on and create what they envisioned. Just a little sad, you know, that what I spent a lot of time creating never really kind of came to light. So that's okay. Another life lesson, and that's all right. Okay, so our mountain, I'm really liking it. I love the play of light with the dark areas and the light areas as we're starting to kind of develop that. I can always kind of go back over and darken up some of these areas as we need to. So we're just kind of burning a few of the wispy clouds. There's like a lot of buffer going on here. Sorry guys. Hang in there with me. So I'm still doing that kind of curved motion where I set down and then pull and lift and pull and lift to get some of those really wispy gradient cloud areas. Oh, there is so much buffering going on. Mellow yellow. Yeah, I will see if I can find these colorless blenders and put those on the Wood Burning University's Amazon storefront and make that easy for you guys to find. Also, another thing I don't think that I've told you guys. Anyway, I spent a lot of time this past week or so developing on the Wood Burning University site a tools and supplies page. So if you haven't been to Wood Burning University for a little bit, go ahead and look at the top header bar and select the tools and supplies page. Go down and look at that and let me know what you think. I have a lot of the tools and supplies that I normally use on a day-to-day basis, and they're also on the Amazon storefront page, but this way I'm able to list them and give you guys more information. I have pros and cons, maybe some tips on certain things, and take a look at that tools and supplies page on Wood Burning University. Let me know what you think. I'm going to add more information, but go ahead and scroll down as far as there is, and I would love some feedback on that. That'd be really, really nice. Yeah, I love the colorless blender, guys. I know there's a little bit of a delay in what you guys post and what I reply, and I apologize for that. But yeah, Rachel, the pigments are very beautiful and very nice. Now, I will say that on the cherry wood, the pigments are not going to be quite as vibrant as the basswood, just because the basswood is a lighter surface. But I always like to flip my burning over and kind of experiment with different colors on there and to kind of see how it looks. So, hi Omar, glad you can be here. Yeah, Rich, the blender is fantastic. It looked like watercolor. Yeah, I have never gotten that smooth of colored pencil before. I thought, well, let me try this little blender thing. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. So I'll get that posted on the storefront, Amazon storefront as well. Okay, so a lot of this area over here is just kind of like white poofy clouds, which is pretty cool. I feel like this part in here is a little bit unfinished. So I'm going to put in a few rocky places and some stripes. Okay. And maybe the same thing up here, some stripey things to kind of break up that white light section. Yeah, TH. 50% down on custom projects and non-refundable. You gotta cover your time. So important on that. So Angela says, when I do something in color and I'm having trouble, I think, what would I do if I was burning it instead and it helps? That's cool. Very good. I think maybe I overcomplicate it because I watch these videos on color theory and how to match your colors and all this, and I kind of get a little bit overwhelmed. But I don't practice at it either, so you get good at what you practice at, no matter what it is. You know, softball, basketball, whatever, art, you get good at what you practice at. And I don't practice very much at painting. I love it though. But very good point. I like that. So I'm kind of just going back and adding a little bit more detail into these trees. All right. I really want to finish the mountain as well. I'm kind of jumping around here, guys. Sorry about that. Let's add some real light values up top here. Now this is a project that would look really nice with white colored pencil to accentuate some of these snowy areas. As always though, make sure that your wood burning is completely done before you add color. Please, please, please do not burn over any sort of color. No pigment, no dyes, no stains, no finishes. Anything that has been stained or finished, if you sand it down to bare wood, I would still be careful because there's got to be some level of toxins that have soaked way down in there. So be careful. Burn on unfinished wood only. Add color at the end. A lot of times I will set my project where I can see it. I'll walk by it often. I'll make certain that I'm completely done with the burning until I'm ready to add color. So, guys, this is fun. I like this. I might change the shape of that cloud. I don't know. He looks kind of funny, but cool. You're welcome, Mellow Yellow. Barbara says the colorless blenders come in a 2-pack. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, the shading is looking really good on the mountains. Let's kind of zoom out and get, oh, I am zoomed out. Let's take a look kind of at our overall thing here. Oh. Yeah, Tracy, the mountain is finally coming together. There still needs to be a little bit of modification, a little bit of adjustment. Let me try to get, oh hey look, there we go. Now you guys can see everything. Alrighty, so I haven't gotten over here. A lot of these trees in here need a little bit of softening. They're kind of harsh because we have dark values against light values, and there's not very much blending in there. So we can kind of soften that a bit. We can also work on a little bit of the light values in the trees that are kind of peeking through. We can add in and soften this fog line here. And then we have some more dark trees over here. So we are actually getting quite close here on what we're trying to do. I think I would probably add more value in the water as well and kind of soften that. Because it's so close to us as a viewer, I don't think I want that bright of a value. I'll just kind of soften that and make that a little bit darker. Okay, you guys saw the tools and supplies page. Nice. Okay, thank you. I appreciate your support and your feedback on that. That's great. So Barbara says that Jerry's Artorama has some of those colorless blenders. I would probably suggest just getting like 1 or 2 to start with. I don't know that you would really need 12 of them. That's a lot. Because I've had like these 2 for a few years. I haven't used them a lot, but anyway, that's nice to know that they have a box of 12 for $14.55. Very cool. Alrighty, I think I'm going to kind of soften the water here a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit of shading on that, and I'll also soften this fog line. Because there's definitely some fog in there. There you go, guys. TH, thank you so much. Yes, please like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, because I really appreciate it. And you get to know when everything is coming out. So, okay, so we're just going to kind of soften right here and soften this hard line. And we're going to make it look like there's a band of mist in the background. And then we're going to do the same thing on the top. Just kind of soften it, just a real light shading. We want to maintain that light strip in the middle. But just kind of close the gap on the shading. So let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, that's better. It looks more like a misty, foggy patch back there. We might kind of fix an area or two, but so that looks better, a little bit softer. Okay. Now let's take a look at that water. This has been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this project. Landscapes are near and dear to my heart because that's what my dad does for the most part. And I've been to a lot of these very beautiful locations over the years, and brings back a lot of memories, a lot of fun. So we're just going to try to kind of darken up the water here a little bit and see if that really pushes that mountain back and brings the water kind of forward. Hi, Feel the Rut. Ah, you're hunting turkeys. Wow, a 6-hour drive. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you take lots of pictures. Tracy says, I remember doing a piece for my daughter's wedding and the smell that came from it was terrible. I think it had some sort of glue. Oh dear. Yeah, definitely need to be careful with that. I would say that use your nose as kind of a warning sign that if you think it's okay to burn on and it looks good, it passes all the checks, but you burn on it and it smells bad, I would strongly consider at that point stopping and selecting a different piece of wood. That's yeah, that's bad. Hey you.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Check on your sister?
Okay.
Thank you.
She's doing it.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yep.
So I'm going to burn a little bit more here in this water as well. I really think that darkening this water is going to create a nice separation of distance and make the water seem so much closer, whereas the mountain is pushed back. Because remember, with sceneries, our normal rules of value kind of go out the window, and the darkest values are going to be close up, and the lighter values are going to push away. So we'll work on that. See if it helps. Oh, Barbara, that's a great idea. You're thinking friends could split up the box. That's great. I mean, I think 12, you could have like a lifetime supply of those colorless blenders, unless something goes wrong with them. Like, do they get old? Have you guys noticed if you have colored pencils, do the core inside the wood, does that core shrink or anything? Does it get old and not very good? That's the only thing that I would consider, because I have bought pencils because I really like doing graphite artwork as well, and I buy a lot of graphite at a time, but I don't know if it dries up. Maybe colored pencils do. I don't know. It's a good question. But that's a great thought, Barbara. I love that. Yeah, Rachel, I like that too. Or mellow yellow, great thought on teaching a class. You, what you doing? Hi. Hello. Sophie says hi. Hi. You're a good girl. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at that water. That's pretty cool. I think I like that. I might even darken it up a little bit more and kind of push those values in the water. I like that. Okay, let's probably try to finish up a little bit more over here on the tree side. It's not going to stick. Thanks, TH. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some of these trees here. I do have the Pro Point warmed up, so I might burn those dark trees with this one. That's that little shader that I kind of modified, and it just runs so much hotter. So that'll help us to get these trees kind of laid in a little bit more quickly. And I know last week we talked about the recordings that I did from the Pyrography Summit last year, where I taught how to create realistic eyes and fur. I did find that footage. I have it on my computer and I am processing that, and I will put that up for patrons. So that footage will be up as soon as I can get it up there. But I'll show all of that and make that available for you guys. I had to really dig, but it was in my computer, so really excited to see that footage again because it was really fast. I think I had to teach realistic eyes and fur in like 50 minutes, 50. That was crazy fast. It was like insanely fast. So, but a lot of good information in there. So I will get that posted for patrons. Yeah, Feel the Rat. Definitely take pictures. That sounds like fun. Now these trees are a little bit stick-like and kind of skinny for my preference. So I'll probably go and kind of loosen them up a little bit. They're really tight and kind of tall and closed. So I'll try to make them a little bit more relaxed, kind of like this other tree over here. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, I just love the mountains, and I mean, I can remember being at places like this and playing in the water and having a lot of fun. I used to collect fossils, so any kind of cool or unusual rock would wind up in my pocket, and I would take it home. I eventually collapsed my closet shelf in my my bedroom because it had so many rocks and fossils gathered up. So one time I walked 3 miles out of this remote location carrying this big rock. It was like the size of it was like a loaf of bread size, but I was little, so it seemed really big, and my pockets were jammed full of rocks, and I carried that thing 3 miles down because it had this beautiful mica, this shimmery, cool appearance in there. So definitely love nature and rocks and all that fun stuff. So it looks like we are On my screen, I only have about 15 minutes left. It looks like you guys are lagging a little bit behind. Do you guys have any questions at this point as far as any upcoming tutorials? Is there anything that you want to see in the next tutorial? I have some ideas. This is probably going to be our last live stream with this project, and then I'll film it off to the side and just have that available for whenever you guys are able to browse it. But for the next live stream, I'm really thinking I've been wanting to do a stained glass effect in wood burning. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards, is a stained glass effect. So it would be wood burning up front and then adding color afterwards. So let me know what you think as far as a stained glass themed wood burning for the next live stream. Mellow Yellow, you have colored pencils from your teenage years and you're almost in your 50 and they're still fine. Awesome. Very cool. Terry, you've had colorless blenders for years and they're fine. Awesome. So cool. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that I would think of is if the pigment inside of a colored pencil might shrink and dehydrate, but Prismacolor colored pencils are so awesome anyway, so they probably thought about that and they are just fine. So get the pack that was recommended, and definitely, yeah, Barbara recommended, and make sure that you get those and you'll have a lifetime supply of colorless blenders. I used to blend with white colored pencil, but it changes the hue. I think that's the right word. It changes your colors slightly, but that colorless blender worked really, really well for the wood. Yeah, these trees are like matchsticks, so I'm going to loosen them up a bit. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to bring branches out, make them a little bit more chunky, but not quite symmetrical. I just want a little bit more space in there. It's a little bit better. Gonna relax these trees. They're a little bit uptight. Yep, Tracy, aka the baby shader. I like the baby shader name. But let's see if we can get it named the Pro Point. And you guys were able to witness the creation of this one. That's so cool. So excited to share that with you guys. As far as I know, they're still working on production of this little guy, and they said that they want me to test it out, so we'll see. So I'm just taking these really straight trees and just kind of relaxing them a little bit. I'm adding a little bit more flare outward, giving a little bit of skip burning in there just to kind of loosen it up and make it not so, they look like candles almost. And some trees are like that, don't get me wrong, depending on the species of tree. But I like maybe a little bit more of a relaxed kind of a tree. So we'll just kind of space out those branches and make it a little bit better. Okay, great. You guys are, I think, talking about the summit. Okay. I'm way ahead of you guys on the darn feed because it keeps buffering. Hang in there with me once we watch this all together when it's done. It'll all make sense. But yes, I will get that summit feed information put up on Patreon. I will try to get it done this week before Wednesday. So I do have like a little tree kind of down here in front. It's a little bit darker because it's closer. And you can always make trees taller. If they look kind of closed in, you can make them a little bit taller until you kind of get that tip figured out. Sometimes my trees get taller and taller and taller because I'm still trying to get the layout of the branches okay. But that's something that you can do as well. Just keep burning them up and that'll help. If you can't quite get the shape right, hey you.
Hello?
Yep. Go check on your sister, please.
I just did.
Okay, thank you. So since there is so much buffering going on tonight, I'll probably not end the stream until I make sure that everybody sees everything in the little window there. So it might go over a little bit past 8 on my end, but I want to make sure you guys all get to see the footage. So, and it's crazy because I get like no comments for the longest time, and then boom, they all kind of come in, and then I have to kind of like get caught up. So I really apologize for the delay, but you guys like the stained glass idea? Okay, cool. Rachel wants a big silverback gorilla. I have not wood burned a gorilla yet. That would be cool. I'll have to add that to the list. Mellow Yellow says stained glass would be lovely. Yes, TH. Tracy says that sounds really interesting. Beverly, yes. Lovely. Awesome. Okay. Well, I will pick a stained glass because I have, I've been creating patterns on Wood Burning University that are stained glass themed, and I'm really excited to create one. So I've tried over the years to create a little bit of a stained glass effect. But anyway, I'm really excited about these new patterns that I've created. So I'll try and pick a good one. So I know in my reference photo I have these really tall trees here. I'm a little confused on those because these tall trees should be like clear down here in the bushes. So I'm not sure about those tall trees. I will probably add them in, but I'll make some modifications to that, I think, on my own. Terry, yes, I would definitely add color to the stained glass wood burning theme, and really try to create kind of like a translucent appearance. I want to see if I can capture the translucence of stained glass and put that into a wood burning, and we'll see if it works. Because there's a couple different ways of doing it. You could either use colored pencil kind of blended with white, or that colorless blender, or you could do watercolor, or you could do watered down acrylic paint. So anyway, kind of excited about that. I'll probably do a little bit of experimenting to see what is the best route of color to make that work. Okay. Now that I have my dark trees in place, I'm going to jump back over to the small shader and try try to finish up some of this foreground here. Awesome. Cool, TH. Yeah, I want to get that that new shader point out to as many people as I can to test. I'm finding that I still really like the normal shader for lighter values and softer shading, but that the new Pro Point is so fantastic for darker values. It's just allows everything to be burned so much faster with control and a real steady heat temp. I don't know. I think we just lost like the last 5 minutes. Darn it. Okay. I know we had like a lot of buffering there at the end. And I'm trying to make sure all the footage goes. So if you lost it a little bit there at the end, I'm really sorry. Yeah, it was really bad. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here. Hopefully you can rewatch the footage and it'll all work out good. So thanks again for being here, and I will see you on Wednesday. Good night.